What is up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? Guess what time it is? Time for the weekend forecast, man. Weekend forecast for all my signs of the zodiac. Let me pick a scent to burn here tonight. How about good old-fashioned dragon's blood, man? Yeah. Ooh, I only got 2 left, man. Damn, that's a bummer. All right. Weekend forecast for all my signs. So, y'all, don't forget that I still have a reading sale going on throughout the remainder of July. After the 4th of July reading sale came to an end, the only readings that went back to regular price were the one-day turnaround readings, okay? I got booked out pretty heavily on those. But the rest of them are still half price for the remainder of July, okay? So, if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, if you look down there in the description of the video, you'll find the link that'll take you straight to that page on my website. All right, y'all, there y'all are. Thanks for tuning in. What's up, y'all? How you doing? How you doing? All right, what's up with Aries? What messages do we have for the Aries family for the weekend? I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm not gonna sit and plan this too heavily. I'm just gonna see how the Aries reading comes out. Y'all are my guinea pigs, and then I'm gonna base the rest of the signs on how the Aries reading comes out. So, all right, let's see. Aries, what messages do we have for y'all for the weekend? Ooh, the World card. Hang on, hang on. Could be the beginning of a totally new cycle for some of you. Hang on. All right. Boom. 2 of Swords reversed. Okay. You know what? I'm thinking somebody wants to get closure. Yep. Oh, man. This has closure written all over it. So, with the Knight of Swords, World card upright, Judgment reversed, this has closure written all over it. Somebody wants closure with you. I think they might be waiting on the right opportunity, though. What is an opportunity? I don't know what they would consider to be an opportunity, but what usually, actually, you know what? Most people consider to be a good opportunity, especially somebody you fell out with in the past, a vulnerable point in your life, right? You know, an ex, if it looks like you've moved on and you're doing good and you're happy, your ex ain't gonna mess with you. They ain't gonna talk to you because that's gonna make them look stupid, right? It's gonna make them look bad. When you move on from somebody and you do better, that makes them look bad. So they're more than likely hanging back, waiting for something bad to happen to you. More than likely. Hangman, 5 of Cups. But regardless, somebody wants closure. Some of you dealt with a fellow Aries. I also have Gemini, I have Cancer here. I bet you a whole lot of you are dealing with a Cancer. But this is all about somebody from the past wanting closure. But it looks like they're a little bit too afraid to come forward. So they're hanging back and waiting on the right opportunity. They want to talk to you, though. They have unfinished business. They feel unanswered questions. For those of you who are already connecting with somebody new, like if you're already currently talking to somebody or you're already with somebody, they're waiting on y'all to break up, okay? Like for real. But even if you haven't connected with anybody new yet, they're still waiting for like when you connect with somebody new for you to get like broke up with or cheated on or something like that. They're waiting on something bad to happen before they slither up in there and try to get their questions answered and get closure, as it were. Well, let's see what's coming in. What's the overall outcome for the weekend for Aries? New things coming in, old things coming back. What is the overall primary general outcome for Aries? Nine of Wands reverse. Whoa. Ooh, Five of Swords. Okay. So there is a very strong possibility. You know what? Very strong possibility for you to connect with somebody new. But I don't know. It's either somebody that you're not interested in, or some of you may not really be trying to settle down right now. Yeah. Some of you may not be trying to settle down right now. I don't know. It kind of feels like the majority of you just really aren't feeling it. There may be one or two of you that just aren't interested in this person at all. But I'm seeing a potential new love interest come in, but nothing serious, nothing long-term, not settling down, at least right now, at least not this weekend. At least not this weekend. I think this person is a little bit afraid to show you how they feel because they can't gauge how you feel. So this is not the type of person that's just going to come forward and barf their heart on the table. Let's see if we can get a couple of advice cards. What's a couple of advice cards for Aries? Let's see. Ooh, Hangman. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with that approach. Nothing wrong with that approach at all. Don't neglect your family and friends. There's nothing wrong with going off and doing you and going into hermit mode. But don't let hermit mode turn into isolation. And see, hermit mode isn't intended for you to completely and totally cut yourself off from everything and everyone, unless you're happy doing it. But understand that there's a balance. There's a time to pull yourself away and isolate. But while you're doing that, gather your thoughts, gather yourself, right? Take all the shit, all the wisdom that you've obtained from the noisy fucking world and all the drama and the chaos, and sort through that before you get back out there and start mingling with others. But for those of you who feel like going in hermit mode, that's fine. If you're not really wanting, if you connect with somebody that you just really aren't feeling, or you're just not ready, don't sit and overthink that. Don't let nobody talk you into it either. Okay? Clients come to me sometimes. Not all the time, but it's not uncommon for somebody to come to me and say, I'm happy being single, but my friends and family are trying to talk me into getting into a relationship. Man, fuck your friends and family. If you happy, if you good, if you satisfied where you're at, don't let nobody's fucking opinion of your life dictate what you do with it. Fuck that. You tell them to shove it up their ass. No, I'm good. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Theo Destiny, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Moving on. Taurus. What messages do we have for the Taurus collective? What are the messages for the Taurus collective? There's been somebody trying to get your attention. Yeah, somebody's been trying to get your attention. Here's what I can't tell though. Is it a past person or potential new person? Hang on, let me see. There's been somebody trying to get your attention. They don't really exactly know how to come forward and communicate to you directly. So they've been trying to do things to get your attention. I'm thinking it's probably somebody from your past, more than likely, with the Empress in the reverse. That's what I'm thinking. Yup, it's past energy written all over it. But here lately, since for whatever reason they didn't get the reaction out of you they're trying to get, they're kind of backing off and holding off on that. Now, I don't know. It's not telling me. Are you ignoring this person on purpose, or is what they're doing just not hitting your radar? It's very, very likely that it may not even hit your radar. Y'all gonna think this is crazy, but this is no joke. When you become enough of a vibrational mismatch with somebody was a part of your life, then the two of you parted ways, and if you change frequencies hardcore enough, you could walk right past this person and not even see him. And that's no shit. Go far enough, they'll disappear out of your reality altogether. Altogether. Go look them up on the internet. Nowhere to be found. Go pay one of those people finder. Poof, nowhere to be found. Social media, nowhere to be found. Google, nowhere to be found. Poof, it's possible. It doesn't happen very frequently because most people just don't do that, but it is possible. I have seen it happen. Anyway, though, I trailed off there, didn't I? Somebody had been trying to get your attention, somebody that I do think you are karmically tied to, but they're kind of holding off on that now. They're backing away from that because it ain't working. It's not getting the reaction out of you that we're trying to get. Okay, well, let's see what's coming in next. What's coming in next for Taurus? Something new coming in. Something old coming back. What's next for Taurus? Some of you are going to connect with somebody at the workplace, possibly. For those of you who do connect with somebody at the workplace, I'm being told to tell you, proceed with caution. Proceed. Oh, yeah, you're going to have... Hang on, I can't stand it when that shit comes through. Fucking Two of Wands, dude. You're going to be tested. That's what it is. You are going to be tested. So, there's good news there and there's bad news there. The bad news is when you're tested, that usually means that it's not destined for a good outcome. The good news is you are only tested when it's time to level up. That's when you're tested. So there's going to be an open door of opportunity for you to engage in a situation that is just like something that you've been through in the past. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you the two extreme case scenarios. Best case scenario, your spidey senses tingle immediately. You completely bypass and avoid the situation altogether. You never even realize you were being tested. You pass the test with flying colors and you level up. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, you get sucked back in and repeat a past cycle. Okay. Neither one of them is good or bad. It's just that you don't level up until you're done with this level, until you've learned everything you needed to learn. That's when you level up. So everybody levels up and learns on their own time. So, okay. So that's what's coming in next. Any advice? Any advice? What is the advice? Proceed with caution. Don't be afraid to take it slow. And when it comes to a workplace relationship, I just don't think that's very wise right now. For those of you interested in somebody at the workplace, I know that's not all of you. But for those of you who are, I don't think that's a very wise idea right now anyway. Just don't be afraid whenever you find yourself in any kind of situation that in any way mirrors something that you've been through in the past. Reach back in the past, grab the wisdom, take it and use it. The lessons that you learn in life don't mean shit until you use them. We all love to sit around and talk about the lessons that we learned, right? But it don't even count until you integrate that lesson in your life and start using it. It doesn't mean anything until you actually start creating new results in your life that are a direct result of the lessons that you've learned. All right, Gemini. What messages do we have for the Gemini collective? Judgment. Hang on. Oh, this is in regards to something that came to an end. I am being told to tell you that whatever it was that came to an end did not end by accident. Okay? Yeah, you completed a karmic cycle. You completed and cleared a karmic contract. This was divine intervention. Okay? The universe pulled the two of you apart. I don't care how it happened. I don't care if you walked away from them. I don't care if they walked away from you. I don't care if you fucked around and did something stupid and fucked it up. I don't care if you cheated. I don't care if they cheated. Doesn't matter. You all parted ways because you were supposed to. Period. 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 So, I don't know why I'm being told to tell you that. For those of you who are wondering whether or not you were being taken advantage of, if that's a question in your mind, the answer is yes. Especially if you're a little bit more financially blessed than the average person. I know that's not all of you, but for those of you that resonates with, and you're wondering if they were using you for your money, shang-a-lang-a-bing-bang, there it is right there. All right, well, okay. And I do see possible communication with a new person. So what's the outcome for Gemini for the weekend? What's coming in next? Something new coming in, something old coming back. Death card. So it might be kind of a boring week, honestly. I don't know, this ain't the weekly forecast yet. Might be kind of a boring weekend. It very well may be. Possible communication with a new person, new doorways of opportunity open, but you are moving very slow. You are very meticulously planning every step you take, all right? Hangman, okay? A lot of you are putting your healing as your number one priority, not jumping straight into a relationship out of loneliness. Others of you are taking a break from dating and focusing on your career and finance. Nothing wrong with that, but there is new communication coming in. Some of you, you may already be connected, but I think you're keeping the person at an arm's distance. Whoever this is you connect with next, they've got a lot of feelings for you. God damn, Gemini, fucking Christ. 10 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Good God, you about your money, ain't you? Jesus H. Christ, Batman, you about your money. 2 of Pentacles. Any more Pentacles? We're only missing like 1. Where's the Queen, you know? All right. Any advice cards? Does that need advice? That sounds pretty solid to me. Any advice for Gemini? 7 of Wands reversed. Don't even go near anything that remotely smells like drama. Okay? Have you ever noticed, and this is a pet peeve of mine, have you ever noticed that the people who always claim to hate drama always gravitate towards it? You ever notice that? You ever notice when people say, I hate drama? Every time people claim that, anytime they get the slightest little whiff of drama, they're all over it like flies on a dog turd. You ever notice that? That energy is not going to manifest anything good for you in your life. Do not, if you even smell the slightest little whiff of drama, just don't go there. Don't go there. Don't spend your time around people who are gossiping. Don't spend your time around people who are talking shit. Don't spend your time around people who are running their mouth. If you catch whiff of that energy, stay away from it. Why? I'm not 100% sure. Well, I mean, that's a good idea for anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, but for some reason it's almost like especially this weekend. Especially. For some reason. I don't know why it seems to be a little bit more important this weekend than any other time. I'm not sure, but anywho, Cancer. What messages do we have for the Cancerian collective? What are the messages for the Cancer collective? Mm-hmm. Ooh, you're doing some healing, huh? I'm really strongly feeling like there's some of you that need to know that you've done more healing than you realize. A lot of people get confused on the healing journey. They get real confused because true healing sucks. It's painful. It's hurtful. It ain't fun. That means you're doing it right. You're doing it right. I know. I don't like it either. I don't like it any more than you. That's just yet another one of the things that are on the mile-long list of reasons why being a human on planet Earth fucking sucks. But that's the way it is. So I'm being told to tell you, for those of you who need to hear it, that you've done a lot more healing than you know. Page of Cups. And so a new love offer coming in, but no new start in love. What is going on with that? What's going on with that? There may be some blockages. Possibly a third party. I'm seeing you connecting with somebody here. I don't think it's a past person, but it seems like there's some kind of blockage getting in the way. For some of you, it could be a third party. Maybe an ex, or maybe it's day mama, right? Shoving her nose where it don't belong. Oh, you can do so much better than that. Oh, you don't need to be with them. Oh, what are you doing? You know, people putting their fucking nose where it don't belong. I don't know. But there's some kind of blockage preventing you and this person from really having a new start in love. So you're kind of at a crossroads. You know what's interesting? This isn't traditionally the crossroads card, but they made it a crossroads card in this deck. And the interesting part about it is this is also the Cancer card. Isn't that interesting? See that? That's the Chariot. And the Chariot, again, the person in the Chariot's not normally at a crossroads. Normally that's the Two of Wands. But they made this, the Two of Wands is the overall energy. This is the actual crossroads card in the traditional tarot. They made this one a crossroads card, and it's the Cancer card. So at a crossroads with this situation, it doesn't really look like a new start in love is happening because there's some blockages getting in the way. All right, what's the overall outcome? Overall primary outcome. High Priestess reversed. You're going through a battle between ego and intuition. Having a hard time making up your mind on which direction to go. Yeah, you're kind of driving yourself a little bit nuts trying to figure out what you should be doing. So you're kind of spending a little bit of time sitting idle, not making a decision, because you feel like there's a blockage in your intuition for some reason. What is the advice? What's the advice? Well, if it don't feel right, don't do it. Don't try to figure out why it don't feel right. If you feel like this, don't do it. Okay? I have a feeling. See, okay, let me put it to you like this. You know how most of the time when we connect with somebody, a person's number one thought is, are you the one? Right? Well, I'd like to invite you to mirror that energy. Let's mirror that energy. Don't try to figure out who is the one. Work on mastering how to find out who is not the one. Who's not the one. If I had to make a list of the top 3 leading causes of people going to their deathbed having never met their person, it's from spinning around in circles trying to force a relationship to work with somebody who is not the one, right? This is telling me that if you can stand in your emotional integrity and don't do anything that don't feel right, a blessing gonna come smack you like a ton of fucking bricks when you least expect it. Allow. That's one of the hardest things to do in this life. A step back and allow. We always want to get in there and pushy and try to make everything happen. Stepping back and allowing the universe to do what it needs to do. It seems to be one of the hardest things to do. But boy, once you develop the trust and faith in the universe to step back and allow, man, I'm going to tell you what, the universe will blow your goddamn mind, boy. All right, Leo. Leo. What messages do we have? Let's see. What messages do we have for the Leo collective? Woo! So there's a situation that you either gave up on or you're giving up on. I don't know if it's a past person yet or a potential new person or a current relationship, but it's telling me that you either just recently or are about to throw in the white towel because this situation is dead and done. Oh, Judgment. So let me see who this is. God damn, dude. I got to figure out if this is a past person, current person, new person. It's not telling me. Shit, man. It's not telling me. Well, I guess take it however it resonates. For some of you, maybe it's somebody from the past. For some of you, maybe it was a potential new person that you wanted to get with. Maybe for some of you, it's your current relationship. Take it however it resonates. But what I'm being told to tell you, and for those of you dealing with a situation that just no matter how hard you try, it's fighting against you. I'm being told to tell you this is divine intervention. The universe is pulling the two of you apart with the Judgment card there. Pulling the two of you apart. And if you're not careful, if you keep trying to force it and fight it and force it and fight it and force it and fight it, the universe is going to keep applying pressure and applying pressure and applying pressure. And if you're stubborn and bullheaded enough, you will manifest a tower moment. You will absolutely manifest a tower moment. So, I think for a lot of, well, I can't say that. It's not giving me any indication as to what kind of situation this is. All right. Death card. 10 of Swords. Judgment. I've been digging and digging, trying to, it's not telling me. I'm not seeing past energy. It's not indicating if it's current energy. I don't know. What's the overall general outcome for Leo? Overall general outcome. Overall, 10 of Cups reversed. Whoever or whatever this is that's been fighting against you, okay, it ain't happening. It ain't. Try as you may. Try as you may. It ain't happening. King of Swords. You're not letting go of this, are you? You're not letting go of this. That's what it's telling me. Even those of you who do physically walk away with your feet, those of you even dealing with somebody from the past, you can walk away with your feet, but you ain't walking away here, are you? You're just not letting go of this. Well, that's definitely creating a blockage in your life. Definitely. Definitely. So, now my hands are kind of tied. That's going to leave me with very little wiggle room. What's the advice? Justice reversed. High Priestess reversed. Page of Cups reversed. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the position that it puts me in. I can tell you until my face turns blue and the cows come home that you need to release and let go of this. But I can't tell you how. Can't tell you how to do that. And plus, it's easier said than done anyways, right? Shit, if we all knew how to just magically let go, none of us want to hold on to some shit, right? We all want to be able to just let go. Just know. How about that? Let's meet in the middle. Just know. As long as you're honest with yourself and you're like, yeah, I need to let go of this. I haven't figured out how, but I acknowledge the fact that it needs to be done. I need to figure out how to let go of this. Just be honest with that in here, okay? And eventually, hopefully, ideally, it'll end up manifesting itself somehow. All right. Who was that? Leo? That was Leo, right? I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. All right. Virgo. All right. What messages do we have for the Virgo family? What are the messages for the Virgo family? Oh, look, my wife's in there moderating. What's up, babe? How you doing? That's cool. Appreciate you, babe. And anybody else that's in there moderating, if there is anybody else, I appreciate everybody's efforts. Thank you so much. All right. Virgo. Boom. Woo. Knight of Cups, though, yo. Justice. King of Cups. Oh, shit. Oh. Something new coming in. Oops. Something new coming in that seems like the greatest thing that ever happened. Somewhere along the way, it don't look like it's turning out too good. It looks like this is going to crash and burn very quickly. It almost kind of feels to me like somebody comes, tries to swoop you off your feet, you know, the most amazing thing that's ever happened, and then you find out very quickly that they're a lying, cheating, deceitful little fuckbag. Pow! It blows up into some nasty-ass conflict, and you end up very hurt and disappointed. Or is that something that happened in the past for some of you, maybe? Now we got the Ten of Cups. Y'all's reading last night was crazy as fuck, wasn't it? What is up with the Virgos here lately? Dealing with some crazy ass shit, man. What is going on? Maybe for some of you, this is what already happened in the past. Kind of, yeah. I'm thinking that may be something that already happened. Some of you dealt with a Libra, possibly. Well, Jesus, what's coming in for Virgo? Holy sheep shit, Batman. What's coming in? What's coming in for the Virgo family? Queen of Wands. Damn. This deck's getting a 2, dude. 4 Cups. Queen of Cups reversed. I'm getting here that there's an opportunity available to you that you're not aware of. And I think one of, maybe not the only, but one of the reasons why you're not aware of it is because you may not really be all that interested in this person, or it may be somebody that you never really thought of in that way. But there is an offer, an opportunity that you're not aware of. I'm thinking a lot of you probably aren't even interested. Probably not. Lover's card reversed. Queen of Cups reversed. 4 of Cups. Feels to me like somebody you're not even interested in. I don't know. Maybe it's split down the middle. For some of you, you've never even thought about this person this way. You're not even aware that they're interested in you. Others of you, I think you know they're interested, and you're like, stay away from me. Get away from me. Yeah, no. Ew. You know? I feel that energy very strong here. That right there has ew written all over it. Ew. Get away from me. Ew. Some of you I'm seeing are mainly waiting on communication from somebody very specific that ain't happening. Some of you are waiting on somebody to break the silence. Okay, well, let's get a couple of advice cards. Couple of advice cards. Walk away. Whatever this is that came to an end, keep on walking. 2 of Cups. Whoever this is that you are walking away from, don't try to reconnect with them. I'm just telling you what the cards are telling me. Return to balance before you even think about connecting with somebody new. And stand your ground. Okay. Ooh, got that Lover's card, though. So whatever this is you're walking away from, if you can take a healing path successfully, you got blessings waiting for you on the horizon. But it's only at the end of the healing path. You're not going to meet your person in the middle of the rock bottom, broken, fucking, painful, empty, hurt path. You're not going to meet your person on that path. No, you're not. You can meet a codependency attachment on that path. You can meet a fucking trauma bond on that path. You can meet a toxic manipulator on that path, but you ain't gonna meet your person on that path. All right? Okie dokie. Libra. 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 Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, King of Swords reversed. Who's that? Is that you? Kind of feeling like somebody here is pissed off. Somebody here, I can't tell who it is, so hang on, let me see. Okay. Oh no, I see. Oh, so you're going to be jumping right straight into a new connection with a new person, and somebody from the past is watching it all, and they pissed off about it. Somebody from the past is watching it all, and they pissed off about it. They're hoping to see something bad happen to you. That's what they're hoping. And that ain't happening. So they mad. They booty hurt. All right. They need some preparation H for their booty hole. They pissed. Now, here's the thing. It's not like they want to get back with you. I don't think they want to get back with you. They just want to see something bad happen to you. That's not why they mad. They ain't mad because they was hoping you'd come running back to them. They just don't want to see you do better. You know why they don't want to see you do better? Because it makes them look bad. It makes them look bad. Listen, I don't care who you are. Don't care what your sign is. Don't care why you're watching this video. Anybody that you move on from, that you fall out with, when you move on and do better, that makes them look bad. That's why they don't want to see you do better. They don't want to get back with you. They don't want you back in their life again. But if you move on and do better, that shines a big spotlight on the fact that they were the toxic one. Yeah, it does. Oh, yeah, it does. It shines a spotlight on the fact that they were the problem. And they know that subconsciously. They know that. So, let's see what's the overall outcome. How's this turning out? How's this turning out? Will it take a turn for the best or take a turn for the worst? Page of Wands reversed. Whoops. Whoa. Okay, King of Coins reversed. Okay, Hierophant. I think it's more than likely going to turn into commitment. Yep, more than likely going to turn into commitment. As far as the person from the past, though, yeah, they're just not happy about it. Could be a Leo for some of you. Also have Taurus here. Yeah, I'm thinking the next person coming in is going to turn into commitment. And whoever is watching, hoping to see something bad happen to you, is butthurt. So, okay. Yeah, they're just out desperately trying to find somebody new. Just because you did. Any advice? Any advice? Any advice? Do the best that you can. And this is hard. Just to let you know, when I give advice, I'm not saying that this shit is supposed to be an easy breezy walk through the park. This advice is fucking hard. This shit sucks, okay? Try not to spend a bunch of time staring in the rearview mirror, looking at the past. Try not to, okay? I get it. I get it. It's tough. I catch myself every fucking day. But you don't want to compare your future to your past either. You don't want to assume that the future is happening based on what happened in the past. That's tricky. But here's where the slope gets slippery as fuck. Understand when it is appropriate to reach back in the past and grab some wisdom and integrate that on your path moving forward. That's the tricky part, man. That's the fucking hard part right there now. That's the hard part right there. Long as you're trying, man. Look, it's as being a human, it ain't about being perfect. It's about fucking trying and putting forth effort. At the end of the day, as long as you can tell yourself you're doing the best you goddamn can, that's all that fucking matters. Just keep doing it. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Woo. See that? Unfinished business. So there's definitely unfinished business between you and somebody out there. Yeah, you dealt with an immature ass game fucking player. An immature ass game player. So I'm seeing a couple of different energies here. First of all, Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Fool card. Jumping straight into a new connection with a new person. Okay, it's right around the corner. But you are still very tightly, energetically tied to an immature ass game fucking player. King of Pentacles reversed. King of Wands reversed. Page of Wands. Seven of Swords. All right, well, I wish I could come up with something deeper and more profound than that, but that's about it. That is about it. You still be thinking about whoever this person is. You still got karma with this person, but you're jumping straight in with somebody new. Okay, well, that was quick. It won't let me go any deeper than that. What's the outcome of this situation? Overall general outcome, period. Eight of Pentacles. Death card. Emperor reverse. It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow, and I'm thinking this person's going to start getting on your nerves because they're kind of insecure. The closer you and this next person that's coming in, the closer that y'all get, the more it's going to kind of start to be revealed that they have a lot of insecurities that they're bottling up, and that's going to start rubbing you the wrong way, and tension's going to start to build. Because this is the type of person that wears a cloak of false confidence with the King of Pentacles, but they're actually really insecure on the inside. And once you bring somebody in at that level, and those two energies start intermingling, and you can see the front that they're putting on, but you know the truth about what's going on inside, that gets fucking annoying really quick, and tension starts to build. So, it's going to be slow. Going to be slow. I don't see happily ever after status overnight. Any advice? Devil card. Don't let it turn into a sex-based connection. Be working on that deep level connection. One of the easiest ways, this isn't the end all be all, but one of the easiest ways to ensure that you're at least working on that deep level connection is to work on building a friendship with this person. Okay? Do the best you can. Don't neglect the friendship. I know it sounds goofy, corny, and silly, but you have no idea how important that is. Don't neglect the friendship. And if their insecurities are getting on your nerves, well, just try to see maybe if you can help guide them through it. All right? They need to be able to let their guard down and be able to open up and express it first. That's the first thing. When it comes to getting over an insecurity, I can't say you would never will, but it's going to be really, really, really hard to get over an insecurity that's all bottled up and hidden. It's not the end all be all, but if they let their guard down and at least let you in and let somebody know, to at least be able to have that person close enough to be able to tell them what your insecurity is and whatnot, and not be judged for it, that plays a huge role in them being able to overcome it. Excuse me. Hang on a second, y'all. Hody-do. Let's get some good vibes in the air. White sage. Get some good vibes in the air and burn it like you just don't care. All right. We're moving on to Sagittarius. I'm going to clear the air for Sagittarius. We're going to clear the air. We're going to get a little bit of white sage incense going. Get this little incense cone going. And we're going to burn some white sage. The energy in the studio right now is heavy. Very, very heavy. Whoops. Yes, I burn sage out of a singing bowl. No, I don't care if you think it's stupid. All right. Okie dokie. Sagittarius. All right. What messages do we have for the Sagittarius family? Woo! That's actually a Sagittarius card. I love it when that happens. Okay. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. 1 and 2. Boom. Ooh, you're doing some healing. You're actually successfully healing from something. Some of you, I'm being told to tell you that you have done more healing than you know. A lot more than you know. Some of you dealt with somebody who is entirely too immature for you. Entirely. Some of you, now, I know this isn't going to be all of you, but some of you are curious as to whether or not somebody took advantage of you in the past, especially if you're more financially blessed than your average person. If that's a question in your mind, I'm being told to tell you the answer is yes. The card for it is right here. But I'm thinking for the overwhelming vast majority of you, whatever this is you're healing from was a person who was entirely too immature for you. Entirely too immature for you. And you have done a lot more healing than you know. Some of you may be up in your head thinking that you haven't healed from it. Maybe some of you are kicking yourselves in the ass thinking that you haven't healed from it. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Oh, yes, you have. You do got something new coming in, though. Absolutely. But I'm getting for a lot of you, you may be enjoying being single right now. I'm getting something potentially long-term coming in. Potentially. But I'm thinking there's some of you who are actually enjoying being single. It's hard to say. I think it's split down the middle here. Very split down the middle. Damn, dude. That just won't let me dig any deeper. You ever tried to dig a hole with a shovel and you hit a rock? You know? You start digging and it's like ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. That's what happened to me just now. I'm trying to dig deeper and it won't let me dig any deeper. All right, well, what's just the overall main primary general outcome for Sagittarius for the weekend? New love coming in, old love coming back, or are you just going to be single and fucking knowing you probably out partying, right? All right, I'm thinking that you're turning down an offer. It's telling me that most of you are turning down an offer. Okay, King of Wands, you ain't playing no games. You ain't playing games and you ain't going around no drama. But there is somebody interested in you coming in, but you're either ignoring it altogether. Some of you may not even be interested in the person, but you're very, very strictly not wanting to be around no drama, no games, no bullshit. So some of you are turning down an offer. And yeah, that's all that I'm getting. Any advice? That doesn't sound like it needs advice, but any advice? Any advice? Judgment reverse. Don't be so, whatever it is that you're going through right now, okay? Whatever it is, whether it's a breakup, whether it's an attempted reconciliation, whatever it is that you're going through, don't be so quick to judge why it's happening right now. I know it's hard, because our egos want to figure everything out and judge everything, right? It's the way we're wired. But catch yourself and step back and say, I don't know why this is happening, but I'm trusting that one day I will. This is going to make sense one day. One of these days, I'm going to look back on this and see it very differently than the way I see it now. Very differently. Focus on your work and your finance. Ain't nothing wrong with turning down an offer. Don't be afraid to turn down an offer. Focus on your goals. Focus on your money, boo-boo. That's a really easy way to transmute energy, is through a goal. No, that does not mean that going and chasing after your goals is going to be the end-all, be-all that fixes you and makes you feel better. But energy transmutation can be done many different ways, like through going to the gym, accomplishing any kind of goal. And a financial goal, if you figure out how to channel the energy properly, you can potentially transmute through a financial goal. All right, Capricorn. Ooh, the drain is hitting me hard now. I'm glad I cleared the air. I'm still pulling in these heavy energies. Capricorn. Four of Swords. Hang on. Some of you are just straight up taking a break from dating altogether. Some of you. Some of you have somebody that is trying to pretend that they forgot that you exist. And you know deep down that that's bullshit. And you're right. That's a load of shit. They didn't forget that you exist. I don't know who needs to hear this, okay? I'm just throwing this out here for whoever needs to hear it. No, they did not forget that you exist. No, they have not moved on. Especially if this was something long-term that came to an end. And there is still unfinished business, unanswered questions. I'm also being told to tell you that the universe is going to make it really hard for you to reconnect with this person. Really hard. So for those of you thinking about reconnecting with this person, the universe will put blocks in your way. For those of you who have been hoping or trying to reconnect with this person, the universe has been putting blocks in your way, okay? Because this is not somebody that you need in your life. Now, you and this person are still karmically tied. You are. But the energy between the two of you is entirely too toxic, right? When I see this right here, you know what it reminds me of? Totaling your car. That's what it reminds me of. You know how if you get into a little fender bender, you know, the insurance company will be like, all right, we'll fix that. But if you fuck it up too bad, the insurance company will be like, nah, fuck that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Total it out. Well, soul contracts work very similarly, right? Two of you come together, the energy's a little bit fucked up, but it's like, okay, we'll see if we can work this out. But if the energy is too much of a toxic ass shit show of a fucking mess, the universe will be like, no, we ain't going there. Nope. We'll put this off for some other lifetime. You have eternity to fucking work this shit out. But right now, this will completely throw you off your path. This will throw you off your path. It might take you out of the fucking game. Real talk. It could potentially take you out of the goddamn game. I know that sounds daunting, but it get like that sometimes, though. So, let's see what is the overall primary general outcome for Capricorn. That was heavy as fuck. Holy shit. Overall primary general outcome. Boom. Five of Cups reversed. Okay, communication. I'm kind of getting that some of you, communication here is going to be forced. Communication's going to be forced. And it ain't going to be pretty. It ain't going to lead to nothing good. It ain't going to be nothing but drama, nothing but conflict, and that's it. That's all it's going to be. Tower card. Five of Wands. Whoops, come on, goddammit. Devil card. Three of Swords. What's the advice? What is the advice? What's the advice? Boom. Five of Cups. Hang on. Star card. Well, here's the slippery part of it, okay? This is what puts me in a slippery place. I can tell you, until my face turns blue and the cows come home, that you should stay the hell away from this person. I can tell you that all day long. But it's very important that you understand why that is. If you don't understand why I'm saying that, you're better off not taking my advice. You're better off going and doing whatever it is that you want to do and learning the lesson with hands-on experience yourself. That will give you more wisdom than just blindly taking my advice because you trust me. Okay? I would rather you not trust me and learn the lesson the hard way than for you to just trust me and you don't really know what you're doing. You just, oh, well, Rich seems like somebody that knows what he's talking about, so I'm just going to do what he says. No. Don't do that. If you don't understand me or you don't believe me, then don't listen to me. Go fucking do what you're going to do. Go do it. You'll learn. You'll find out. So, but, on the other side of this, on the other side of all this bullshit, is your person. So one way or the other, whether you learn the lesson now, whether you have to repeat the cycle once, whether you have to repeat the cycle twice, 3 times, it's going to turn you into a very different person. And that is the person that will be a frequency match to the one. All right? Okie dokie, Aquarius. What messages do we have for the Aquarian collective? What are the messages? Knight of Pentacles. I don't know what this is, but you are very carefully, meticulously planning every step moving forward. Ooh, new love coming in. That's what that is. And you see this as an opportunity you don't want to pass up. Yeah, well, something new coming in. But there's past energy in here too. There's some, yeah, this is new stuff coming in. Look at this. Some of you are kind of torn between whether or not to move forward with a new person or hopefully get back with a past person. So you're a little bit torn on whatever this new connection is that's coming in. Or for some of you, maybe you're just not ready. There's past energy here, whether you're wanting to get back with a past person or you're comparing this person to a past person. There's very, very heavy past energy all over you. Very heavy past energy. So some of you just, you feel so torn. Feel so torn. Do I move forward in a new relationship? Do I go isolate and be a hermit and get away from everybody? Do I hope and wait for the past person to come back? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So some of you might end up sitting idle and driving yourselves completely fucking insane. Some of you dealing with a Virgo. Yeah, maybe Maybe some of you might decide to be single. I don't know. There are so many different energies here, all pulling in different directions. This is making my brain feel like fucking pudding, dude. I ain't even shitting you. What's the overall primary general outcome for Aquarius? Overall, new things coming in, old things coming back. What is it, man? What is it? The Sun card. Five of Wands, drama and conflict, communication. King of, somebody's trying to bring drama and conflict into your life. What? Okay. Is that a past person? I'm thinking that you're connecting with somebody new. Somebody from the past is trying to fuck up something that you got going on right now. Like maybe for some of you, you're communicating with somebody new, and is that becoming public information maybe? Maybe there's somebody from the past watching what you got going on and they see maybe a conversation going on in a comment thread or something like that. So, but somehow, some way, somebody from the past is trying to cause some drama. But it's not phasing you. You're ignoring it. Okay. I think it's going to turn into commitment. They're going to try to sabotage you, but it's not going to work. It ain't going to work. Yeah, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. It is not going to work because you're ignoring it. You are ignoring it. So, any advice? That doesn't sound like it needs advice, does it? Any other advice? I mean, you don't need advice. That's what you should do in regards to that. But any other advice? Any other advice? Hierophant. Temperance. Thank you, Rhonda, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, well, I know I've given this advice like 3 times tonight, but the lessons that we learned in the past don't count until you use them. So don't be afraid to reach back in the past and grab some wisdom and integrate that in your path moving forward. Remain balanced and peaceful. Don't let anybody knock you off balance. Nobody. Nobody. Okay? Nobody. Don't be afraid to settle down. All right? Leave the past in the past. Okay? Leave the past in the past. And if a past person tries to drag you down with them, remain patient, remain peaceful, remain balanced, and they'll just manifest it for themselves, basically. All right. Thank you, Gia, for the super chat. I hope I said your name right. Thank you. Appreciate you. All righty. Pisces. Pisces. What are the messages for the Pisces collective? Ace of Wands reversed. Some kind of situation that's stuck at a standstill. All right, got another super chat there. Sky, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Some kind of situation stuck at a standstill for some of you. Just a major loss of passion. Major loss of passion. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you are dealing with somebody that's very, very, very scattered, unorganized. Very scattered, unorganized. Maybe they could be going through some financial issues. Thank you, Graham, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Could be some financial issues. Also, some of you are dealing with an emotional manipulator with the King of Cups in the reverse. Oh, this is toxic as fuck. So what I'm trying to figure out is this a past person? It's not telling me. Anyway, though, whatever it is that happened between the two of you put a permanent dent in the connection. This is something that you are absolutely moving on from. So for those of you who are already moving on from somebody from the past, you're still moving on from this. Okay. For those of you who know that the ending is coming, oh, it is. Oh, you'll be moving on from this before 2024 is over. So I'm being told to tell you, though, for those of you wondering if things will ever get better, no. Whatever it was that happened between the two of you put a permanent dent in the connection. This connection served its purpose successfully. So this is nothing but drama and toxicity. So no, this is not going to improve. It has no spiritual reason to improve. Okay? 7 of Wands. Whenever you are dealing with a soul contract that already successfully completed its purpose and expired, now there is no spiritual reason for the two of you to be together at all. And when there's no spiritual reason for the two of you to be together at all, it's going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse, no matter how hard you try, no matter how many times you try to repeat the cycle. So, okay. Anything that makes you feel like this all day, every day, for days and days and days and days, and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and months and months and months and months, that is not somebody that you need in your life. So, okay. What's the overall primary general outcome for Pisces? Overall primary general outcome. Eight of Cups reversed. So this is something that you're having a really hard time moving on from and walking away from. A real hard time. Really hard time. For those of you dealing with somebody from your past, I think a reconciliation attempt is being contemplated, but with the Two of Swords, no action is being taken. So, regardless of what kind of situation this is, the Ten of Cups is reversed. So, okay. What's the advice? What is the advice? You need to understand. And when I say you need to understand, you need to wrap your mind around this, okay? This individual does not have the psychological faculties to be the person you need them to be. I'm not calling them a bad person. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I know some of you are going to get real mad at me because you believe this is a bad person. Or maybe they are. I don't know. But I don't care. It doesn't matter if they are a good person or a bad person. It doesn't matter if they have good intentions or bad intentions. This person is not mature enough for you. They're not. So even if they mean well, even if they have nothing but the best of intentions, could be a fire sign for some. There's a lot of fucking fire energy here. Even if they have nothing but the best of intentions. It's kind of like a kindergartner who's very smart. You ever met a smart kindergartner? God damn, you're going to be a fucking rocket scientist when you grow up, right? You can tell if a kindergartner is going to be a rocket scientist when they grow up. You know, them little smart-ass little kids are fucking smart as hell. But you're trying to get them to do algebra, and even if they get close, but they just don't quite have it. You can't expect them to do fucking algebra. They just don't have it up here. So, at some point, learning to let go and stop expecting unrealistic shit out of people who don't have it in them to play the role you need them to play is of paramount importance, okay? All right, well, I feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, y'all, I still have a reading sale going on for the remainder of July. After the 4th of July reading sale came to an end, the only readings that went back to regular price were the one-day turnaround readings. The rest of them are still half price. So don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.